say I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
If that's how you feel, then you're also probably stuck in quarantine just like the rest of us. You might wonder, why is there need to be in quarantine? Well, as you and I both know, there is a pandemic going on in our world right now. According to the Department of Health, as of May 3, 2020, there have been around 9,223 cases of COVID-19 patients in the Philippines. As stated by the World Health Organization, the COVID-19 is a newly discovered coronavirus wherein most people experience mild to moderate respiratory illness without requiring special treatment. However, older people and those with underlying health conditions tend to develop more serious illnesses. It spreads primarily through droplets of saliva or discharges from when infected people cough or sneeze. That is why around March 17, 2020, the country was placed in the enhanced community quarantine to prevent its spread. With all that being said, it doesn't mean that you have to spend your days in vain up until quarantine lasts. That is why we are here to give you some practical hacks to make your quarantine life productive. Being Thomasian students, education is still a priority in our daily lives even during the pandemic. So that's why it's important that we keep studying our lessons at our own pace. Keeping track of our lessons helps us be mentally active as well as prepared for online activities that may be given to us during this period. We can still do our duties as students during these times by studying our lessons and ensuring that we keep learning and exercising our minds. We can do this every once in a while by opening a book or by searching through online resources. Studying is important so that we can maintain our knowledge of the topics we've learned and also practice our skills at home. Not only that, it could also be useful as a pastime activity, especially when we're bored. Studying teaches us the value of responsibility and how we manage our time effectively. Online workout programs are what seems to be the hype right now, so why don't we hop on the trend? As a student myself and including working people, we barely have the time to take care of ourselves, let alone having the time to do some extracurricular activities. Although now that we are in quarantine, it's just as worse, as we just tend to lie down and sit around the whole day. But that could also mean that we can allot a little more time for ourselves. This could be the perfect opportunity to sweat it out and get our muscles moving. Regular physical activity does not only strengthen your muscle, but it also comes with a lot of benefits, including improving your mood throughout the day, feeling energized, and as well as reducing your stress. With that being said, if you're a beginner and is intimidated by the difficulty of the workouts you usually see, it doesn't mean you have to engage yourself immediately with those intense workouts. You can try out other physical activities such as stretching, cleaning up your room or other parts of the house, playing sports as long as you have the space, and other simple things that get your body moving. It's always better to have a 5-minute workout that can be as simple as the activities mentioned rather than doing nothing all day. As we are facing this pandemic, it is inevitable for us to feel anxious, depressed, and scared of what is going on right now. And one of our ways to ease our mind off of these things is by keeping ourselves busy. We try to keep ourselves busy by doing something productive, like studying, especially now that online classes are still ongoing. However, sometimes all we need is a break. We need to remind ourselves that it is okay to be unproductive and it is okay to rest. Taking a break doesn't just mean lying down in bed or just doing nothing. It also means that we can just do the things that we enjoy, like watching a movie, reading a book, playing video games, or eating our favorite snacks.
Or you can even try expanding your creative side with video editing, just like I did here, or here, or even here. There are many ways that you can spend this ECQ aside from studying.
Taking a break just means that we take some time off from doing things that makes us feel stressed, which in turn helps us better to cope with everything that's been going on. Furthermore, it opens us to the possibility of self-reflection, wherein we can meditate amidst the growing pandemic. Listening to music is another way of escaping from the reality that we are currently in. Find the songs that helps your heart. Keeping updated through social media and through the news are two ways for one to keep informed about the pandemic. Staying updated also means checking one's Blackboard account in case a new online activity may be posted. Staying updated can also help us take note of how we can adjust our daily activities in order to stick with new policies during this quarantine period. The information that we may be able to gather from being updated can help us share and spread it further among people so that they too may be informed. Since we're all staying indoors right now during this pandemic, we need to keep our environments clean. It is important that we keep our environment clean. Not only that it helps you be organized, but also have a clean house that can lift your mood. Did you know that having a tidy environment can boost your concentration and productivity? Cleaning can also be a good physical activity and a way to be productive, and after your hard work, you will have a sense of accomplishment. There are countless of ways that we can maintain the cleanliness of our homes. We could start by sweeping the floor, fixing our beddings, or even cleaning the dishes. Furthermore, since we are in an enhanced community quarantine, it is important we can practice washing our hands as advised by the government. All these activities are only examples of how we can make use of our time in a more productive manner. Not only that, it gives us the sense of responsibility that we need as we learn to be independent individuals. Staying at home for a prolonged period of time can get very lonely. With the lack of social interaction we have now compared to what we used to have, a lot of us feel alone and may be sad. This is why constant communication with our friends and other people close to our hearts is helpful during this time. By talking to our friends or loved ones, we are able to maintain our relationships with one another in the best way we can. Not only that, it helps ease up the sadness of being away from other people. There are tons of ways that we can continue to communicate with others, such as social media platforms like Facebook, and through virtual interaction like online gaming. Video calling is another option wherein we can converse with other people in real time. Communication during tough times like this allows us to keep in check with the people who matter the most. It gives us a sense of relief and comfort. Additionally, talking to other people can help us become more positive and boost our productivity in these trying times. Sometimes, the inspiration to do better begins when the people who surround you encourage you to do your best. This is why maintaining a healthy relationship with others is a must. With the current pandemic, we are all likely stuck at home. And during these times, it can be beneficial to try to discover new activities that we can do at home. For example, maybe we can take this opportunity to expand our cooking skills by doing new recipes. Also, we can try to use our creative skills in creating art pieces that can help share information about current events on social media. We can also test our musical talent by playing various instruments. There are many ways we can entertain ourselves more at home. Finding new hobbies can also help us find new talents or improve our skills. We can also learn more stuff if we use this chance to explore more things to do at home. Being Thomasian students, we may tend to spend less time with our families as we achieve our dream careers through studying. Given that the current situation has led us to stay at home more, we should spend this time to bond with our families again. Through this, we are able to strengthen our relationships with our family. Especially now that we are experiencing a pandemic, it is important that we care to realize the importance of our loved ones. Note that these are just tips that you can follow in order to improve your quarantine experience. But it's important to remember that it's okay if you are not as productive as others could be. We all cope differently, and your productivity doesn't measure your worth. Grow at your own pace.